That's what it looks like when you open it up. Typically what I'll do is I'll just do last name, first initial, and again, here we are. There's all these different categories. We're not going to go through the full thing. Like for example, social cog, I'll give that to the psychs, let them take care of that. But we can look at, let's look at content balance. So you have two options: the speedy, which is kind of around 15 questions, and then the content balance, which is around, I don't know, 25-ish, 20 to 25. I don't know exact numbers, but we'll go into it now. So this is for Henry. So he was born in 2013 in December. I wonder if that restart. December, and then I'll just say 1, even though that's not it, but it's close enough. So he doesn't use any walking devices, and he doesn't have a wheelchair. So I use a walker. Okay. All right. So pulls open a sealed. Let me go ahead and pull that screen. Pulls open a sealed bag of snack food. So typically, can Henry open a sealed bag of snack food? He can do this with like a little bit of help. Tucks in shirt or blouse. So he can do it. Debating between these two, I would go with a little hard for him still. Puts on winter sport or work gloves. Yeah, again, I'm going to go with a little hard just because for all these things it takes him extra time as compared to you know, what an older child would be able to do or things. Puts on socks, so we did that today. How was he able to do with that? He needed a little bit of extra time and a little bit of help with that. Puts on and buttons a front buttoning shirt. He has done that. He did that last week. He should have been able to do that a long time ago, but that's fine. So he can do that. Cuts vegetables or meat with a fork and a table knife. Vegetables, yes, or meat. So I guess the meat would be the deal breaker here. Cuts meat with a fork and table knife. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to say yes, he could do that. Uses knife to butter bread and spread jam. Yeah, he can do that. Chops and slices hard fruits or vegetables. Hard fruits or vegetables. We don't really give him knives very often, but if I'm there with him, I would say he could do this with a little extra help. Peels foods such as potatoes or carrots. My wife would know this one. I don't. So I'm gonna. One of the nice options in the PDCAT is you can just say I don't know. So I don't know. Changes pillowcase on pillow. I feel like this would be a little hard for him. Cuts with scissors to open hard plastic packaging. This is going to go hard/unable. Now he could probably do it. It's just going to be hard. It's going to be a lot of extra time. And maybe some help. Trim toenails on both feet. No. Unable. Cleans body thoroughly in bath or shower. Yeah, you can do that. Empties food from mixing bowl baking pan. Mixing, it would have to be a smaller mixing bowl, I would imagine. But he could do that. Have I seen that? I think I've seen that. Let me go with easy on that. Dry his hair with a towel. Dry his hair. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can do that. Tightens loose screws using a screwdriver. Plastic ones, like toy ones, but real screwdriver, like real screws, that's going to be a lot of extra help with that. Opens child-proof medicine or vitamin containers. And I've never seen him do that, which is good. It would be unable or hard, because I might be able to give him extra help. I'm going to just go with unable this time. Obtains shampoo, washes, and rinses hair. Yeah, he can do that. Feeds self with fork. Easy. Holds and drinks from an open cup or glass. Yeah, that's easy. Holds and eats a sandwich or burger. He's kind of a picky eater, but he can eat. He can hold it and take a bite out of it. Inserts laces into sneakers or boots. Yeah, he can do that. Uses a can opener to open a can. I think I've seen him try this and he wasn't able to do that, so I'm going to go unable. Fastens belt buckle. This would be hard for him. Puts on and fastens pants. Puts on and fastens pants. Totally depends on the pants. Depends on if there's a reward. But assuming if there's like a reward, like dessert or something, he could definitely make it happen. Also depends on the fastener of the pants. Which you'll notice these questions are a little vague and open to interpretation. But I would say for most of his pants that he has, can he put on and fasten them? I would say this is going to be between hard and a little hard. I'm going to go a little hard. Pours liquid from a large carton into a glass. That's a little hard. Ties shoelaces. No. No, not yet. Connects and zips zippers that are not fastened at the bottom. I've never seen that. Yeah. Opens door lock using key. I feel like he could do that. I've seen him use keys before, not on door locks, but on little, just normal locks. So I'm gonna say, I'll say easy. I was debating a little hard because it might need extra time. Fastens watch band. Actually he has had a watch, but I've always done it for him, giving him an opportunity to do it. That would be hard for him. Trims fingernails on both hands. Enable. Okay, so that's activities of daily living. Now we're going on to mobility. Stands for a few minutes. Easy. Gets in and out of the car. Easy. Gets in and out of van, truck, or SUV. Maybe a little hard. He's kind of shorter. He inherited mom and dad's genes. Let's see. Walks up and down bleacher steps in gym or stadium. Have I seen that? I think I have. I think he's done that, and I think that's fine. He's done that. Pumps legs and swings on playground swing. Yeah. Well, we have to get him up there, but once he's up, can he actually pump his legs? Actually, he can't. He struggles with this. I have to push him, and without pushing him, he doesn't go really that high. But I don't have to help him that much. I'm going to go with a little hard. Pull self out of swimming pool, not using a ladder. That is interesting. I'm going to say a little hard. Climbs over 2-foot high obstacles such as the baby gate. You can do that all day. Climb step ladder to put a heavy box on a high shelf. No. Walks while wearing heavy backpack. He'll start kindergarten next year for the first time, so he hasn't really had backpack experiences. So I'm going to say I don't know. Moves across monkey bars. We've tried this. I give him a lot of extra help. You can do like 1 or 2, but I'm interpreting that as going across multiple, like maybe like 4 or 5 at least. Walks 50 feet while carrying 25 pounds. So Henry weighs like 50 pounds. I don't think he'd be able to carry 25 pounds, so I'm going to say unable. Walks and carries a full shopping bag with handles. He definitely helps bring stuff in from the car, and they are full. There is no weight on here, so let's go ahead and just say, let's say a little hard. Well, let's go easy. There's no weight. Walks and carries a full glass without spilling. And let's go a little hard. Runs up 2 flights of stairs. He's not really running up the stairs. Let's go hard. Climbs up a ladder up a slide. That's easy. Gets in and out of the bathtub. Easy. Stands up from an adult-sized chair. Feet aren't touching whenever he's in an adult-sized chair, but he could get up easily out of that. Walks down a flight of stairs without holding on to the handrail. So we just barely did that Peabody. Now he didn't do step through, but this didn't ask whether it's step 2 or step through. So we're going to just go with step 2 gate, and that was easy. Carries full laundry basket with 2 hands up a flight of stairs. That would be very, very hard. Like, so hard that it was unable. Climbs out of swimming pool using pool ladder. You can do that. Gets on and off a public bus or school bus. I don't know, I've never seen that. Walks up a flight of stairs without holding on to the handrail. Yep, you can do that. Stands while holding onto a moving vehicle. Have I seen this? Bus, train. Nope, I've never done that. And you can, if you have similar experiences, you can kind of estimate that, but I haven't seen anything like that in a long time from him, so I'm just going to say I don't know. Jumps 10 times in a row with a jump rope. So it looks like that's implying that he's the one actually doing the jump rope movements with his arm as well. He wouldn't be able to do that. Climbs on and off a climbing structure. Yes, you can definitely do that easily. Walks 3 miles. Yeah, that. We go hiking, he can go 3 miles. That's about his limit. Then he'll get tired, but he can do 3 miles with extra time. I mean, you know, him walking his short legs, I guess extra time is implied. Oh, does with extra help, extra time. Okay, I guess we'll go a little hard. Walks and carries a food tray. Yeah, you can do that. Pushes adult-sized shopping cart. You can do it, just not very far. I'm gonna say hard, because he can't even see over it. And if there's anything in it, he probably wouldn't be able to, but he can do it with it when it's empty. Walks fast enough to cross 2-lane street safely. Yeah, I don't have any concerns with that. Goes up and down escalator. You can do that with a little help. I did that recently. No, I think he could do that by himself actually. He was with my wife, but he did that pretty much by himself, especially the second time. So this is interesting. I'm both the parent and the clinician. We'll just go parent. Alright, so now we just finished it. Let's go ahead and get the reports up so we can just check that out real quick. So once you have it up here, then you're going to find him, whatever you named it. So this is for Henry. And there are 2 different options. I'll just show you the most detailed. So you can even have a little item map here. And you would run the selected reports, and then it'll pop up soon. Alright, so here we are. There's Henry's scores. Now, what do these scores mean? So let's go ahead and look over at the website. You can just go to pdcat.com, and this is frequently asked questions here. So again, this is just saying, hey, there's the 4 different domains, and the T-score, the average would be 50. So we're at about 53 and 49, so right in the middle. For that, what you're going to be looking for is the average would be 30 to 70. So if it's less than 30 on the T-score, then that would be an indication that there is a significant issue or a significant kind of delay or area of disability, whether that's the daily activities or mobility categories. And then for percentile, typically what you're going to be looking for, so Henry was between 50th and 75th for daily activities, and then also the 25th, the 50th in mobility. What you'd be looking for is if they are less than the 5th percentile, then they're considered below average. So that's kind of what we're looking for in a lot of situations. It would be less than 30 or less than the 5th percentile for T-scores and percentiles respectively. Now, just because they might have higher scores and they wouldn't necessarily quote-unquote qualify based on their scores, you can still get a lot of useful information. So, for example, being Henry's dad, what I might want to do is I want to expose him to as many of the things that are difficult for him as possible at this time. So I'm going to be looking for unable. So we might have to have conversations about potentially using toenail trimmers and things like that. There isn't a perfect way of parenting. You just have to kind of trust. Like, hey, when do you start giving kids scissors, or when do you start giving kids knives to cut things? You have to base it on the child. So I might look at this information and say, yeah, I think it is about time that we start allowing him to try those things. Again, yeah, you can go through and just see the things that are hard for him. So that's just kind of like an overview Oh, and so it goes through all the different questions and gives you your answers that you put. And then after that, you have an actual item map. So then you can kind of see like kind of where he would be at. And basically what, like how I use this, for example, is if you wanted to set up another goal, maybe, try to think of another one. Let's see, so it didn't ask this one about dry his hair with a hair dryer, but it looks like he would probably be able to do that with in between 1 and 2. So how this one works, if I can recall, is that he can do, let's see, let's just go ahead and look. So opens child-proof container. So that one was, he was unable. So the 1s are unable, the 2s are, you know, with a lot of help, and then the 3s are a little bit of help, and then the 4s are easy for him. So you could kind of estimate kind of what he would be at. So for example, opening and closing latches of the bathroom stall doors, it would be predicted, even though I didn't ask him that question, that he would be able to do that kind of easily. So that's kind of all that item map has to do with it. And I'm sure there's other ways you can use it too. Oh, and then there's the scale right there. Unable, hard, little hard, easy. And then this is for mobility. So I hope that that was useful. I would definitely recommend, if you go into the pediatric setting, considering purchasing the PediCat. I have, and it's been really useful for me. Again, focusing on going into an evaluation without any knowledge of the child, or minimal knowledge. It's just nice to have in your back pocket to get some good data that you can help for setting up goals and just determining their current function. So, thanks.